the news at 10. First, the highlights. Lagos State Government unveils 5-year strategic plan to revolutionize wastewater management. President Tinubu seeks debt forgiveness for developing nations at United Nations General Assembly. On the foreign scene, China test fires intercontinental ballistic missile for first time in decades. And in sport, Nigerian fencing secures 40 million equipment for EP World Cup. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. The Lagos State Wastewater Management Office, LSWMO, in collaboration with USAID and the Lagos Urban Water Sanitation and Hygiene LUWASH Initiative, has unveiled a groundbreaking 5-year strategic action plan, 2025 to 2030. The comprehensive blueprint is designed to ensure sustainable wastewater management across Lagos State, safeguard public health, enhance environmental sustainability, and improve the quality of life for all residents. Speaking at the unveiling of the Strategic Action Plan at a 2-day Safely Managed Sanitation SMS conference in Lagos, the General Manager of LSWMO, Adefemi Afolabi, highlighted the pivotal role that the Strategic Action Plan will play in achieving sustainable urban development. Afolabi noted that this new strategy, which aligns with the recently introduced Lagos Wash Policy 2024, outlines 4 key objectives to drive progress in wastewater management. According to him, the plan will enhance the efficiency of existing wastewater management systems, ensuring that all relevant bodies are equipped to meet the growing demands of the city, while also providing universal access to improved sanitation services, particularly in underserved areas. Afolabi said the Lagos State Government is actively seeking investment partnerships that will enhance infrastructure and create long-term solutions to the city's wastewater challenges. He highlighted the call for private sector partnerships to drive investment in wastewater solutions, positioning the sector as critical for Lagos growth and public health improvement. Over 4,000 primary and secondary school students have been trained in digital skills by the Ojudu Local Council Development Area, LCDA, of Lagos State. Speaking on his achievements and future plans, the chairman of Ojudu LCDA, Olusegun Odumbaku, noted that his administration will intensify efforts to train more youths, women, in different vocational skills to empower them. According to him, in the last 3 years, over 500 residents, including the elderly, children, widows, have benefited from free health mission in partnership with the Lera Eco and access free medical services across the 7 primary health care centers of Ojudu CDA, with efforts ongoing to empower 100 more families, including insurance for 60 people with disabilities. Odumbaku also said plan is underway to establish a resource and rehabilitation center to rehabilitate youths who are into drugs as part of efforts to stem the menace. While reeling out other achievements on road construction to link communities and enhance faster access for residents, Odumbaku said 5,500 people have benefited from the subsidized Ojudu Food Bank initiative, transportation project for students and residents, incentives for teachers and students, distribution of 700 GCE forms and over 900 JAM forms from 2022 till date, as well as 20 million investments in partnership with a microfinance bank to empower small business owners. Lagos State Government has commended its residents for fostering a peaceful atmosphere across the state, which has made the successful implementation of various life-improving projects possible. The government emphasized that the harmonious coexistence among citizens have greatly enhanced its ability to deliver on key initiatives, especially in the areas of infrastructure development, healthcare, and social welfare. Speaking at an event to commemorate the 2024 International Day of Peace, which is marked on the 21st of September every year globally, The Lagos State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Lawal Pedro, highlighted the government's commitment to creating a harmonious environment where disputes are addressed peacefully. While emphasizing the pivotal role of the Lagos State Citizens Mediation Center, CMC, in promoting peace across the state, Pedro, who was represented by the Director of Commercial Law, Ministry of Justice, Kehinde Taiwo, informed that the center has consistently provided invaluable support for individuals in conflict and has become a model for conflict resolution across Lagos State. The Attorney General lauded CMC's efforts in mediating disputes ranging from landlord-tenant issues to family disagreements, which have further reinforced the belief that understanding and compromise can triumph over discord. Also speaking, Director, Lagos State Citizens Mediation Center, Biola Oseni, said the theme, Cultivating a Culture of Peace, reflects both global and local efforts aimed at promoting justice, fairness, and mutual respect. Now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has called on world leaders to prioritize debt forgiveness for Nigeria and other developing countries from creditors and multilateral financial institutions. The president also asked the United Nations to commit to multilateralism by deepening relations among member states in line with the principles of inclusivity, equality, and cooperation. Tinubu, who is the chairman of the Authority of Heads of States and Government of the Economic Community of West African States, made the call while addressing world leaders during the general debate of the ongoing 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly at the UN headquarters in New York, United States. Tinubu, who was represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima at the high-level annual global event, said countries of the global south would not make meaningful economic progress without special concessions and a review of their current debt burden. He drew the UN's attention to the global debt burden undermining the ability of countries and governments to meet the needs of their citizens, trade barriers and protectionist policies destroying the hopes for nations, and the uncontrollable competition discouraging motivation and hampering global investments. Wife of the President of Nigeria, Oluremi Tinubu, has called on development partners to assist in the country's bid to roll out climate-friendly school meal programs. Mrs. Tinubu stated this at the roundtable lunch organized by Organization of African First Ladies for Development, OFLAD, in partnership with the Rockefeller Foundation on the sideline of the 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. Acknowledging the potential of school feeding program to drive up enrollment in schools as well as promote nutrition among scholars, the wife of the president said the program is under review in Nigeria. She noted that the launch of Young Farmers Club Nigeria and Every Home a Garden competition promoted by her are clear indications of the priority attached to provision of nutrition meals to children and others in the society. The federal government has predicted heavy rains in 15 states across 35 locations in the country. The prediction was issued by the National Flood Early Warning System Center of the Federal Ministry of Environment. The prediction showed that the identified locations and their environs are likely to witness heavy rainfall that may lead to flood within the period of prediction from September 24 to 28. It identified the locations as Delta, Edo, Taraba, Kwara, Kaduna, Kebbi, Zamfara, and Niger State. Others are Katsina, Nasarawa, Adamawa, Jigawa, Kogi, Kano, and Gombe states. Now to foreign news. China says it has successfully launched an intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM, carrying a dummy warhead into the Pacific Ocean. Beijing's Defense Ministry said the ICBM was launched this morning and fell into expected sea areas, stressing that the test launch was routine and part of its annual training. The type of missile and its flight path remain unclear, but Chinese state media said Beijing had informed the countries concerned in advance. Analysts said Beijing's description of the tests as routine was surprising because the last such test happened in 1980. Now, sport. The Nigeria Fencing Federation (NFF) has confirmed the donation of 5 aluminum fencing pieces to the body by a US-based fencing equipment manufacturer ahead of the 2024 Men's Junior EP World Cup, which will be hosted by the country in December. Nigeria is recognized as the leading fencing nation in sub-Saharan Africa and has been granted the hosting rights of the tournament. According to NFF President Adeyinka Samuel, the equipment valued at 40 million naira would motivate the federation to ensure a successful tournament. Samuel called on corporate bodies and individuals to support the federation's efforts to elevate Nigeria's status in the global fencing community. It will be recalled that Nigeria last weekend made a remarkable entry into the global fencing scene thanks to the impressive performance of 16-year-old Nkosi Bro, who won the country's first ever medal at the Sabre category at the World Tourney Satellite Cup in Iceland. The world number 67 ranked fencer clinched a silver medal after a hard-fought 15-9 match against Iceland's Andre Mathieu. And that ends our news at 10. Just before we go, slow down at road junctions, intersections and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration completed the Lekki Free Trade Zone jetty and offloading platform? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Wastewater Management Office, LSWMO, in collaboration with USAID and the Lagos Urban Water Sanitation and Hygiene Low Wash Initiative, has unveiled a groundbreaking 5-year strategic action plan 2025 to 2030. President Bola Tinubu has called on world leaders to prioritize debt forgiveness for Nigeria and other developing countries from creditors and multilateral financial institutions. We also told you that China has successfully launched an intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM, carrying a dummy warhead into the Pacific Ocean. And in sport, the Nigeria Fencing Federation has confirmed the donation of 40 million naira worth of equipment to the body by a US-based fencing equipment manufacturer ahead of the 2024 Men's Junior EP World Cup, which will be hosted by the country in December. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Abiola Fagbolagun. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.